LVM-3M4 Chandrayan-3 Moon Mission. Indian Space Research Organization. LVM-3M4 Chandrayan-3 Mission. Chandrayan-3, India's third lunar exploration mission, is ready to take off in fourth operational mission M4 of LVM-3 launcher. ISRO is crossing new frontiers by demonstrating soft landing on lunar surface by its lunar module and demonstrate roving on the lunar terrain. It is expected to be supportive to ISRO's future interplanetary missions. Additionally, the deployment of rover and in situ scientific experiment will scale new heights in lunar expeditions by deploying rover. Yes, ISRO is bringing the moon closer to us. Lunar orbit insertion. Lunar orbit. EBNs. Injection orbit. Lunar transfer trajectory. Integrated module phase. 2. Mission sequence. The various mission phases are classified as follows. 1. Earth-centric phase, Phase 1. Pre-launch phase. Launch and ascent phase. Earthbound maneuver phase. 2. Lunar transfer phase, Phase 2. Transfer trajectory phase. 3. Moon-centric phase. Lunar orbit insertion phase, LOI, Phase 3. Moon-bound maneuver phase, Phase 4. PM and lunar module separation, Phase 5. The boost phase, Phase 6. Pre-landing phase, Phase 7. Landing phase, Phase 8. Normal phase for lander and rover, Phase 9. Moon-centric normal orbit phase. 100 km circular orbit for propulsion module, Phase 10. LVM-3M4 Chandrayan-3 mission. Propulsion module. Chandrayan-3 consists of an indigenous propulsion module, lander module, and a rover with an objective of developing and demonstrating new technologies required for interplanetary missions. The propulsion module will carry the lander and rover from injection orbit to till 100 km lunar orbit. It also carries a spectropolarimetry of habitable planetary Earth shape payload to study the spectral and polarimetric measurements of Earth from the lunar orbit. The main function of propulsion module is to carry the LM from launch vehicle injection orbit to till lander separation. 4. Major specifications of propulsion module. SL. No. Parameter. Specifications. 1. Lunar polar orbit. From 170 by 36,500 km to lunar polar orbit. 2. Mission life. Carrying lander module and rover up to approximately 100 by 100 km launch injection. Subsequently, operation of experimental payload for a period of 3 to 6 months. 3. Structure. Modified version of I3K. 4. Dry mass. 448.62 kg including pressurant. 5. Propellant mass. 1696.39 kg. 6. Total PM mass. 2145.01 kg. 7. Power generation. 738 W, summer solstices and with bias. 8. Communication. S-band transponder TTC with IDSN. 9. Attitude sensors. Gas, IRAP, microstar sensor. 10. Propulsion system. Bipropellant propulsion system MMH plus MON3. 5. LVM-3M4. Chandrayan-3 mission. Major specifications of lander. Mission life: 1 lunar day, 14 Earth days. Mass: 1749.86 kilograms including rover. Power: 738 W. Winter solstice. Payloads 3. Dimensions: 3 2000x 2000x 1166. Communication: ISDN, CH2 orbiter, rover landing site, 69.36761s, 32.348126a. Major specifications of rover. Mission life: 1 lunar day. Mass: 26 kg. Power: 50 W. Payloads 2. Dimensions: 3 917x 750x 397. Communication: lander. 6. Lander payloads. Langmuir probe. To measure the near-surface plasma, ions and electrons density and its changes with time. CHASTE. Chandra's surface thermo. Physical experiment. To carry out the measurements of thermal properties of lunar surface near polar region. ILSA. Instrument for lunar seismic activity. To measure seismicity around the landing site and delineating the structure of the lunar crust and mantle. Rover payloads. Propulsion module payload. APXS. Alpha particle X-ray spectrometer. To derive the chemical composition and infer mineralogical composition to further enhance our understanding of lunar surface. LIBS. Laser-induced breakdown spectroscope. To determine the elemental composition Mg, Ul, C, K, Ca, T, Fe of lunar soil and rocks around the lunar landing site. SHAPE. Spectropolarimetry of habitable planet Earth. An experimental payload to study the spectropolarimetric signatures of the habitable planet Earth in the near-infrared near wavelength range 1 to 1.7 micrometers. 7. LVM-3M4. Chandrayan-3 mission. LVM-3 is the operational heavy lift launch vehicle of ISRO and has a spectacular pedigree of completing 6 consecutive successful missions. This is the 4th operational flight of LVM-3, aims to launch the Chandrayan-3 spacecraft to Geotransfer Orbit (GTO). LVM-3 has proved its versatility to undertake most complex missions like injecting multi-satellites, mission planning to ensure safe relative distance among separated satellites through reorientation and velocity addition maneuvers, multi-orbit LEO, MEO, GEO, and execute interplanetary missions. India's largest and heaviest launch vehicle ferrying Indian and international customer satellites. LVM-3M4 will be launched from the second launch pad SLP, SDSC, Shah. LVM-3M4 vehicle configuration 2S200 plus L110 plus C25 plus PLF. Payload mass 3,895 kg. LVM-3M4 vehicle characteristics. Height 43.5 meters. Lift-off mass 642 t. Propulsion stages. Payload accommodation. LVM-3M4 mission specifications. GTO apogee 36,500 plus or minus 500 kilometers. GTO perigee 170 plus or minus 3.5 kilometers. Inclination 21.3. Argument of perigee 178 plus or minus 0.2. Launch pad SLP. Launch azimuth 107. LVM-3M4 stages at a glance. Stages. Strap-ons to XS200. Core stage L110. Upper stage C25. Length M. 26.22. 21.4. 13.5. Diameter M. 3.2. 4.0. 4.0. Propellant type. Solid HTPB. Liquid. UH25 plus N2O4. Cryo. LH2 and LOX. Propellant mass T. 204.5. Each. 115.8. 28.6. LVM-3M4. Chandrayan 3 mission. Nominal flight sequence. Satellite separation. L110. Ignition. S200. Ignition. 10. Payload fairing. Chandrayan 3 spacecraft. C-25 cryogenic stage. S200 solid. Rocket boosters. L110 liquid stage. LVM-3M4 vehicle. 11. Integration activities of LVM-3M4. Capacity building and public outreach. CBPO Indian Space Research Organisation, Department of Space, Government of India. Antariksh Bhavan, New Bell Road, Bengaluru 56094, India.